Tonight, this suspected serial rapist is behind bars connected to nearly a dozen rapes over more than a decade. Here's what we know right now. Brandon Young, a nurse's assistant and volunteer football coach, is accused of forcing himself on as many as 8 women. 2 years ago, Young was investigated for sexual misconduct involving a 74-year-old patient. He was never charged and was later hired at another local hospital. Brandon Young's arrest using new DNA technology is a first of its kind for JSO. I'm John Bachman.
I'm Tanika Hughes. Action News Jax has live team coverage now, and we begin with Bridget Matter, who spent the day digging through Young's background and found a pattern of violence.
And the sexual assaults detailed in 4 different police reports, they all have one thing in common, that they happened, according to JSO, in a car, one of them so violent that a woman was allegedly even pulled into a car by Young by her hair. Now, I've learned there could be as many as 8 victims. On the outside, Brandon Young appears to be a family man, a good citizen working as a nurse's assistant and a volunteer football coach at a prestigious private school. Tonight, the 34-year-old is accused of a series of rapes. Police say in 2006, Brandon Young forced his way into the car of a woman who had pulled into a parking lot off St. John's Bluff and raped her. The report says Young told the woman, "I know where you live. I'm going to come kill you," repeating her address. In 2007, a woman told police she met Young at a nightclub. When they left together, she says Young sexually battered her. The next year, another woman who says she met Young while working at a drive-thru says he picked her up, forced himself onto her in a parking lot, and sexually battered her. The most violent accusations came in 2009 when police say Brandon Young pulled a woman by her hair into his car, pointed a gun at her, and raped her. In 2016, we first told you about Brandon Young when the Florida Department of Health looked into accusations he fondled a 74-year-old patient while he worked at St. Vincent's, but he was never arrested. Baptist Hospital tells me it wasn't aware of the 2016 incident when Young was hired in 2018. He was terminated from Baptist last month. Young's arrest comes after JSO linked him to the crimes using a match made by familial DNA technology, the first ever for JSO. Young's brother was arrested in a different crime, but his DNA was stored in a state database. A DNA match led police to Young. Now, next at 6, we wanted to know why all the documents linked to those 2016 accusations were removed from the state's website, as well as how he was able to get a job at the hospital despite being accused of fondling a patient. For now, we're live downtown. Bridget Matters, CBS 47 Action News Jax.